idler roller P2016, A negative 235.
For nearly 100 years, the Osborne Manufacturing Corporation has been recognized the world over as the leading producer of foundry production machinery. The acceptance, the success of this reputation has been due in part to several advanced design principles and features. Osborne's Load Runners idler rollers is one of these. Designed to efficiently handle static, radial, and thrust loads, and originally used exclusively on Osborne's own machinery. Equipment demanded idler rollers that provide long, trouble-free service without constant maintenance attention, whatever the conditions. Speeds, loads, contaminants, heat, cold, a never-ending series of problems. In 1970, a technical news release announced that Osborne Load Runners idler rollers were being made available to all industries. This film is a report, an update on the progress made, the innovations, the applications, the improved manufacturing technology employed to meet industrial problems and demands. Particularly appealing to design engineers and plant maintenance personnel is the availability of Osborne Load Runners idler rollers in 4 different tread configurations: plain, flanged, V-grooved, and U-grooved. All have important money-saving applications across a majority of industrial plants. Flanged rollers are easily applied when built-in side guiding is needed. Reciprocating conveyors for moving materials employ plain rollers as top guides. Flanged rollers eliminate the need for separate guide strips. Radial loading determines roller spacing. Motions and any thrust loads are effectively handled in automotive transfer line equipment. V-grooved rollers are generally applied to lighter loads or when contaminants exclude flat riding rails. U-grooved rollers have proved effective as cable guides and also in wire straightening applications. Load runners are used as feed guides on slitting lines. Design ingenuity incorporates load runners as probe sensors on this rail wheel turning machine. Roller contact prevents side loading on shock absorber rods when cushioning in an air-powered rollover device. External loads being carried by plain rollers may need directional guiding. Additional plain rollers are ideal. This multi-level spiral conveyor employs some 50 rollers. A steel mill problem solved. Bearings and treads withstand thrust, speed, contamination as wheels on billet transfer cars, reliably and economically. Specialty machinery handles insulation wrapping on the Alaskan pipeline, using eccentric load runners for rolling and guiding. Hoists on offshore oil drilling stations in the Gulf of Mexico incorporate 5-inch flanged rollers. The key, the secret to dimensional accuracy, uniformity, consistency, and interchangeability does not just happen. It is intentional and controlled. It begins when the raw material and numerically controlled machinery meet for the first time. The steel, in this case, 52-100 electric furnace bearing quality. A wide selection of tread diameters ranging from 1.5 to 8 inches meet most industrial requirements. Smooth running and wear-resistant properties are established by later case-hardening treads to 55-60 Rockwell C, while still retaining a tough inner core. The manufacturing techniques employed by Osborne testify to a commitment to machine designers, engineers, and maintenance superintendents that dimensional accuracy, uniformity, and interchangeability are essential. Other numerically controlled automatics contribute the sturdy studs, diameters from 5/8 to 2.5 inches, all to high tensile and shear strength specs. Everything is controlled for consistency: threading, hex socket broaching, surface finish. Raw materials, in-process, pre-assembly, and final inspections are planned and followed through from beginning to end. It all means money-saving and problem-solving results for industrial users in a gigantic power transmission market. Anti-friction bearings, carefully analyzed and selected to handle thrust and radial loads that exclude contaminants. They start with deep grooved ball bearings with continuous shoulders and combination metal guard and lip seal protection. Larger sizes incorporate tapered roller bearings for additional load carrying capacity. Double lip seals retain lubrication and protect races from foreign matter. This is where it all comes together: treads, studs, and bearings, precisely assembled using locating fixtures. Bearing manufacturers report up to 90% of bearing problems are related to poor lubrication practice. Bearing sets are lubricated with the proper grade and type of grease. A controlled fill assures that the bearing will meet its B10 life rating. A tightly fitted expansion plug for additional protection against ever-present contaminants completes the assembly. Design engineers, plant engineers, maintenance superintendents, power transmission, and bearing distributors need idler rollers to endure and excel in a never-ending set of adverse operating conditions. High speeds, heavy thrust, radial, and axial loads, or combinations of all three, in dirt, dust, moisture, heat, and cold. Conditions that do exist and demand maintenance time for cleaning and lubricating. They plague industry everywhere. The total understanding of these factors reinforces Osborne's dedication to the innovative engineering and manufacturing that has already built a better roller.